Hi there, I'm Janice Hanson, Chair of Golden Links Concert Series. We're glad to have you here for our 50th anniversary concert, a bit delayed because of technical issues, but we're recording it so we can air it on YouTube and Facebook later. And you guys can still, everybody can still be part of our celebration, 50 years. On May 18th, 1971, we had a small group of musicians that decided to get together to make music and celebrate folk music in the area. And here it is 50 years later and still going strong with weekly sing-arounds, monthly concerts, an annual festival. I don't think the people who started it, and they will tell us probably more later, but I don't expect that they knew that it was going to last for 50 years and still going as strong as it was. I encourage you to come check out a Tuesday night sing around because we've got those happening every week on Zoom. And still doing monthly concerts on the internet as much as we possibly can to keep the music going. We did do celebrate the anniversary, we did a special pin. So there's a special 50th anniversary pin. You can find out about that on the Golden Link website. Proceeds from the pin are going to the Joe Dady Memorial Fund at the Hochstein School. And we only made 50 pins, so limited number. If you would like one, check the website store for more information, goldenlink.org. And to get us started off for the first song of the concert, I'm going to welcome Val Fowler, who is the current president of Golden Link. Take it away, Val. Oh, and you need to unmute yourself.
Welcome on behalf of the board of Golden Link and the many people who have been involved in planning and presenting this. I was president in 1996 and 97 for the 25th anniversary of Golden Link, and I'm privileged and humbled to be president during the 50th anniversary. I've mentioned to the board that I will only be 97 years old when the 75th anniversary comes around, so who knows? I'm not offering to be president, but I would certainly be thrilled to be able to be part of the club even at that time. I am the current president. We have 5 of the first 8 presidents who will be part of the performing later on at Mitzie Collins's house, and Mitzie is a former president. But we have 5 of the first 8 presidents, and we have 3 others who have served as president in that time up until now. And I think that says something about the lasting part of our club. In a number of venues, I have asked leadership groups to ponder the question, what decisions are we making right now that people 50 years from now will be glad we made? I can say for one, and I think others will affirm, that I am really glad that those first singing together people made the decision to form a group like Golden Link, which has been one of the biggest blessings in my life and a very highlight of my life. And I hope that people 50 years from now will be grateful for decisions that we are making now on behalf of the club. I've chosen to start the concert with a song by Bill Staines, who happens to be the most invited performer for Golden Link. I think he was present at the 3rd festival, maybe the 2nd, but at least the 3rd. And he's been present for concerts and festivals since. This is his song, When I Hear the Music Play, and it just seemed to me that this song is appropriate for starting this particular concert. Once I sat with a clarinet to learn the scales my father knew. He would play the violin so sweetly when that tune for 2. Youth and years become a measure, still the notes ring on and on. Passing times become a treasure when all life becomes a song on shadowed lands with grasses sighing. I've come to know just what they say. Always shall my heart go flying when I hear the music play. Stinging storms, they gather round you. Shadows settle dark and deep. Symphonies of wind surround you. In them you will find their sleep. Darkest dreams of fear and sorrow. Fiendish faces fall away. For they know you will find tomorrow when you hear the music play. So sweet again, you drums of thunder, tinny tambourines tap on. I will listen to the sound of children, for they will play when we are gone. Finest fugues on wood and silver, simple songs of yesterday. Never shall your heart be broken when you hear the music play. Finest fugues on wood and silver, simple songs of yesterday. Never shall your heart be broken when you hear the music play. Finest fugues on wood and silver, simple songs of yesterday. Always shall your heart go flying when you hear the music play. And may your hearts go flying when you hear the rest of the music tonight.
Thank you, Val. What a wonderful song. Nice to have Bill Staines as part of our set. Next up is Niki Roosa. I gotta get you here on the spotlight. Looking forward to hearing Niki's song. There we go. Take it away. Oh, you're all set.
Hello, everyone, and happy anniversary, Golden Link. How I wish I could say I was one of the founding members and had 50 years of folk singing and songs under my belt, but such was not nor is the case. I just want to tell you about two golden blessings that I've received since joining Golden Link 6 years ago. Starting back in college in the 60s, I was a fledgling folk singer, learning to play guitar and loving the music from the Weavers, the Kingston Trio, Brothers Four, and of course Peter, Paul, and Mary. And I loved, all of it. But somehow I completely missed the core of folk music. I don't know why, but I barely recall Judy Collins, Joni Mitchell, probably because their vocal range was a little too high for me, and so I couldn't sing along. And I still cannot name more than a few songs by folk giants like Pete Seeger and the Guthries and Bob Dylan. I guess it was marriage, family, and life's up and downs that derailed my music. And my old guitar collected dust, lots of dust, in many corners over the years, until I learned of Golden Link. Happily, since joining Golden Link, my biggest loss has become my largest gain. And that's the first blessing. Words cannot describe the sheer joy I experienced at that first Golden Link Tuesday sing-around. Playing guitar again, singing with people, making harmonies, it was all so new and yet so familiar. I felt that I had come home in a special way. So now, not only have I learned many of the songs that I missed back then, but I've been introduced to so many more songwriters and artists that have made major contributions to folk music have now become my friends. Two of my favorites are Nancy Griffith and Kate Wolf. That's the first blessing, and it's been a great one. My second Golden Link blessing has many pieces, and each piece is a person. I have met so many wonderful friends here. I couldn't possibly name them all. All the Golden Link members are blessings to me, and I count it an honor and a privilege to call each one a friend. So if this sounds like a commercial touting the merits of Golden Link, you're right, it is. I encourage everyone listening to or watching this celebration to come to our weekly sing-arounds and virtual sing-arounds and just join us. You will not regret it. So thanks for listening to my commercial. and the song I'm going to play for you was written by Kate Wolf. And it's the first song I ever learned from Golden Link. From the minute I heard it, when Dave Shaver sang it, thank you, Dave, for giving me this song. I knew I loved it and I wanted to learn it. And since then I played it so much, it's kind of become like my own name, and it never loses its flavor. So anyway, this is Kate Wolf's Across the Great Divide. I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, well, I can't say. I just turned around and they've gone away. And I've been sifting through the layers of dusty books and faded papers. They tell a story that I used to know. It was one that happened so long ago. It's gone away in yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Now I heard the owl calling softly as the night was falling. He had a question and I replied, ah, but now he's gone across the borderline. He's gone away in yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Finest hour that I have seen is the one that falls edge of night and the break of day, that's when the darkness just rolls away. And it's rolled away in yesterday, and now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. It's gone away in yesterday, now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Niki. I always love hearing your songs. That was wonderful. Next up, we have Bob White, who'll be joining us. Let's see, I gotta find him on the screen. Yeah, all right. Bob, we'll get you up here on the screen.
Okay.
There you go. You're ready to go.
Okay. Wow. Golden Link has just been a haven for me for a very long time. Of the many places that I've lived around the country, Rochester is my choice for a long time now. And not one of the small reasons is the fact that Golden Link is here. I remember being, connected and from different parts of the country. Some folk singer that I'd meet would say, "You should stop in Rochester, New York, and check it out. There's a place there called Golden Link." And so I did, and wound up staying here for the last 40 or 45 years. So I've chosen the song in all my travels. I have written one song, and so I have decided to sing that song tonight. And let's see. Some folks, they call me lonely. I like to alone. I just sing some by myself when my work is done. I drink a glass of good red wine. I sing each tune. And I know they call me lonely. I like to be alone. Now sometimes at night, the rain comes drumming down my car. I settle back, I pull up the covers, and I strum my old guitar. I think a bit about the folks I've met and all the work I've done. And I know they call me lonely, 'cause I like to be alone. Some folks, they call me lonely. I like to be alone. I sit and sing some by myself when my work is done. And I drink a glass of good red wine. I sing it too. And I know they call me lonely, but I like to be alone. You might think I've got things wrong. I don't know from bad. Bad is the way you think about me. Good is all the times I've had. You just keep thinking the way you do. I'll just keep pulling on. And I'll just smile when you call me lonely. I like to be alone. There's some folks, they call me lonely. I like to be alone. I sit and sing some by myself when my work is done. I drink a glass of good red wine. I sing nature too. I know they call me lonely. I like to be alone.
He's going through an iPhone or a tablet.
Hi there.
Thank you, Bob. That was great. Next up, we have Mitzie Collins and Barbara Jablonski. I'm going to get them here on, there we go. Get you guys here on the screen. Take it away.
Yes, we have two different kinds of dulcimers. They're very popular around here. And I want to say that I got to be a founding mother of Golden Link kind of by accident. I was teaching guitar. My friend Carolyn Cass got me that job. I don't think it paid very much, but she got it for me. And everybody was we had about 15, 20 people learning to play guitar. Very simple, because that's the kind of guitar I play. And I realized that they wanted to learn more, and they wanted to meet more, and they wanted to do more of everything. And I was kind of maxed out on what I could do. So I realized quickly that they didn't really want to learn to play the guitar. They wanted to sing together and do those kinds of songs. So those group of people came on this very hot evening in May, and they were sort of part of the core group of this. And Barbara will tell you when she entered the Golden Link, and we have a mountain dulcimer piece and a hammer dulcimer piece together. So you get to start, or you get to talk first.
Oh, okay. I joined in about 1974, and I very quickly made some friends, including Alan Hopkins, and he and I started playing together music at the bicentennial of the United States in 1976. Soon after, I needed a louder instrument to play because I was so enchanted with the hammer dulcimer. So Mitzie Collins was my first teacher, and I studied with her for quite a while. And what was wonderful about Golden Link is they had an orchestra, and so I was in the orchestra, and we were all learning to play Irish and Scottish and English tunes, and I even started playing dance piano, and it wasn't pretty, but I was playing it, and playing the hammer dulcimer and that. But what was most significant is that I met wonderful friends that today are still my friends. I played in a few bands through the years, including the Steppin' Out String Band and a band called Innisfree, which had its roots in 1978. And I have to say that the same core people are playing in Innisfree today. And I think we're the longest playing Irish band in Western New York. And if that isn't the truth, that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it.
Okay. Stay with it.
All right. This is The Water is Wide. the water is warm, I cannot get over, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I lean my back against the yard, thinking it was a trusty tree, but first it bent, and then it broke, and so did my false love to me. Oh, love is handsome, love is fine, gay as the June when first it's new, but love grows old and waxes cold and fades away like the morning dew. Oh, the water is warm, I cannot get over, and neither have I seen to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and both shall row, my love and
Hammer Gosper players like to accompany songs, but we also like to play dance tunes, which are called fiddle tunes. They're not called hammer dulcimer tunes. They're definitely fiddle tunes. And so I picked out 3 of them that I played for at least 50 years. And off she goes.
Smash the window.
Smash the windows and haste to the wedding. And one thing I'm particularly proud of about Golden Link is that the very people that helped get it started, though we've been in and out in our activity of the club, we have not clung to running it all these 50 years. We have shared and benefited from lots of contributions of other people. I think that's one of the strengths of the club.
I'll jump in by saying that by 1978, we needed to be a little bit more formal as an organization. Before we were a loosely bound group of friends. So I led the committee for the incorporation of the club. And it was under the administration of Julia Day, who is here, but I headed the committee, and then I proceeded to be president the very next year. So all those bylaws and all those rules that we follow and our day-to-day running comes from this incorporation.
We're so glad she did it.
And then I stopped being president. And I'm gone.
Oh, well, we lived through that, and we're better for it. So here are our dance tunes. Are you ready? I've been known to speed up a bit, so.
I'll try to hold you back.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Mitzie and Barb. That was great. I wish I could be dancing along with you. Next up is Vern Lindberg.
Well, hi there. Thanks, Janice. 40 years ago, shortly after I moved to Rochester, I opened up the Times Union, and there was an announcement that the Golden Link Folk Singing Society was about to have its 10-year anniversary concert. And so it began. Since then, I've attended hundreds of Golden Link concerts, spent thousands of hours on Tuesday night sing-arounds, attended lots of board meetings. I've heard music ranging from blues to bluegrass, Celtic to country to Quebecois, met performers like Tom Paxton, Judy Collins, Utah Phillips, Gene Ritchie, and scores of others. But I'll echo what other people have said. It's really the community that's special about Golden Link. And made a lot of good friends over the years. And I'm going to play a couple songs by a couple of the songwriters that have become very good friends. The first is a soft-spoken gentleman from California. We could call him Mr. Festival, since he actually was the head for 9 different festivals. I speak, of course, of Tom Taylor. In 1988, Tom submitted 2 of his songs to the, I think it's called the Grassy Hill New Songwriter Contest at the Kerrville Folk Festival. There's lots of entries. A few people get chosen to actually present their songs. Tom was one of them. Congratulations, Tom. His song Bottomed Out is a tale of the travails of a traveling troubadour. Played my brand of music in every club and bar. The drunks all seemed to like it, thought I could go far. Once at the Empire Tap Room, someone called me a star. But I might say things have leveled off. Might say things were on the slide. Might say things had bottomed out when I ate my old guitar. Well, I didn't mind pretending all those strangers were my friends, trading in the daylight for a night that never ends. And I found it kind of cozy living in my car. But you might say things had leveled off. You might say things were on the slide. You might say things had bottomed out when I ate my old guitar. Tell me now, where do you go from that last cold can of beans? You find an old bent steak knife and start sawing off the strings. You hope the soundboard splinters won't end up where you sit. You save the neck for Tuesday and you chew on it a bit. You hope that your digestion won't be thrown all out of tune. So you lie back on your jacket and you gaze up at the moon. Once at the Empire Tap Room, someone called me a star. But you might say things had leveled off. They might say things were on the slide. You might say things had bottomed out when I ate my old guitar. Once at the Empire Tap Room, someone called me a star. But you might say things had leveled off. You might say things were on the slide. You might say things had bottomed out when I ate my old guitar. Well, thank you. Ray Baumler was not one of the founding members, but he joined very soon thereafter and held a number of positions on the board. Most of us remember Ray as being the Golden Link alarm clock, waking us up on Saturday mornings to hear a variety of folk on WRUR. The song We'll Sing Together Again that Ray wrote, to me, captures the essence of Golden Link. Apparently others thought so too, because this was published in Sing Out magazine in 1989. My heart's a bit heavy, my mind a bit numb. Soon you'll be leaving, and the sadness has come. Though I might want to cry, I'll keep my eyes dry. Take care, my friend, we'll meet again and sing together again. It's good that you're going to do what you do best. You know that we'll miss you, I can speak for the rest. And you know when you're gone, I'll be singing this song. Take care, my friends, we'll meet again and sing together again. Oh, I love the sunshine and the brightness at night, but I treasure this sadness much more than the light. The things that we feel in our hearts, they are real. Take care, my friend, we'll meet again and sing together again. We'll sing once again, we'll sing once again, of all the things we share as women and men. Oh, I'm not your lover, but I'm not just your friend. I'm one that you sang with again and again. Songs are prayer to be sung everywhere. Take care, my friend, we'll meet again and sing together again. Take care, my friend, we'll meet again and sing together again. Thank you. And thanks to Ray and Tom.
Thanks so much, Vern. We will sing together again one of these days. Won't be right away, maybe, but we'll be able to do it soon, I'm hoping. So we are going to head back over to Mitzie's house. It looks like they're trying to get unmuted. And let's welcome Bob and Karen Olyslager, who I think were there, right there at the beginning.
Yes, we were, right at the beginning. We also were in Carolyn Cass's living room on that very hot May night. We had met Mitzie, actually Bob had done a concert with her probably the year before. We all were Fox Hollow Folk Festival alumni. We just loved their music, learned to sing choruses together, and that's the way this club started, was just singing together. Bob was the third president. He brought Bill Staines in. I heard Val talk about Bill Staines.
Yeah, you and I and Ray Baumler had heard Bill Staines at the Buffalo Folk Festival in concert and a bunch of workshops, and we tried really hard to get him to come to Rochester, and eventually we're successful. As has been described, he's been our most popular visitor, I think, over all the years.
I think there were probably 11 people at that first concert that we gave for Bill Staines. But he had this little booklet that he had written of his songs. Everybody bought one. They all went home, they learned them, they came back the next week for the sing-around, and everybody was singing Bill Staines songs. And the rest is history.
Okay. We were interested in a variety of folk styles, and because we started singing together, it's how we met. And we've been singing together pretty much ever since. And one of our favorite groups was Ian and Sylvia, and we'd like to do one of their tunes first, a tune called Shortgrass.
Sunbirds of snow high on the mountains, untitled falls to the plains, silk and soil down in boils, down to the valley, the gold river winds to the plains. The rangeland lies high up from the river, cool leaves are dry where the short grass grows. Fields of hay, cottonwood shade, green patch of bones in the height of steel line, the river runs. Early in life, the boys practice roping. Day fades away, the night rolls on. Lies of pine and the ride, they keep the old skills that came up the trail from Mexico. Long river winds, the green years and dry years, blend them in the spring, shimmer them in the fall. The new cold folds, there goes old cycle of changes in this changeless land where the short grass grows. In this changeless land where the short grass grows.
I see up in the little corner, Joe LaMay. Hi, Joe. I'm singing and you didn't even have to kick my butt. We have always loved the Carter family music. And this is one of the first things that we ever learned. It's from their very early Bristol recordings in Bristol, Tennessee, 1927. Greenfields of Virginia. In the Vale of Shenandoah, there's an ivy-covered homestead that I love, with its white old-fashioned chimney and a simple home-like house. It's the home of my dear parents now above. There's a peaceful cottage there, a
happy home so dear. My heart is longing for them day by day, where I spend life's golden hour in the vale of Shenandoah, near the green fields of Virginia far away. Green fields of Virginia, stands an old mill by the stream. I once wandered to that spot to sing and play. And how often I would throw a stone into the rippling brook, and I dreamed someday it'd carry me away. There's a peaceful cottage there, happy home so dear. My heart is longing for them day by day, where I spend life's golden hours in the vale of Shenandoah, near the green fields of Virginia far away.
Happy golden anniversary, Golden Link.
Thank you. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Bob and Karen. What wonderful songs and great stories about the earlier years. So next up, we've got a newer member of Golden Link. If you would unmute yourself, Christina, and I'll get you up here on the screen. There we go. Welcome, Christina Stewart.
Hi, everybody. So I'm Christina Stewart, if you don't know me, and I've been a member of Golden Link since, I think, 2016, which is kind of crazy. At the time, I was a sophomore music therapy student at Nazareth with minimal guitar skills and even less confidence. My first time at the sing-around was terrifying. So many people, and all of them with instruments and songs, and everybody was so eager to hear what I had to play. I fell in love with the music and the people and the community that had formed in the small room, way too full. And I just had to go back, and I started bringing my dad. So coming to the sing-arounds every week changed a lot in my journey as a musician and as a person. I learned how to sing in front of people, how to follow along with a tune I didn't know. I learned tons of folk songs and new chords and strumming styles, and I got to do it all with my dad and these super welcoming people. And I just loved it so much there. And everybody was so excited to hear whatever I had to sing, no matter what it was, as long as it fit the theme. That's the thing about Golden Link. There's no pressure or judgments or expectations. Everyone is just here to share something beautiful from their lives, their music. And I was so eager to learn. So today, I'm a board-certified music therapist, a music teacher, and a performer, and I can say with great confidence that Golden Link was integral in my becoming the musician and the music therapist that I am today. So thank you, everybody here. I would like to take this opportunity to share with you a beautiful song that I first heard at the Circle, Rocky Mountain High by John Denver. This song is all about the beauty in nature and all around us, a beauty I strive to see and experience and appreciate, not only in nature, but in all the people I encounter, especially those at Golden Link and everyone I encounter every day. So I hope this song makes you think of the beauty in your life, whatever that may be, and reminds you to be present in it as much as you can. So here we go, Rocky Mountain High.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by a song. But the string's already broken, and he doesn't really care. Life's changing fast, but it don't last for long. In the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. The shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. He climbed cathedral mountains. He saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun. And he lost a friend but kept the memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forests and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His sight has turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. In the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God and listen for the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. Why they try to tear the mountains down to bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. In the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. I know he'd be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, in the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire and everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
Thank you. That was wonderful, Christina. Great song, great choice of song, and wonderful hearing your story about coming to Golden Link and speaking from the heart. I got teary-eyed. That was great. So next up, we have Mike Reynolds joining us. There we go. What have you got for us, Mike?
Hi, Janice. I'm really honored to be in this sing around here tonight. I first learned of Golden Link a little more than a decade ago, about the same time I started to learn how to sing and play guitar. And now I've been the Golden Link's newsletter editor for Folklink. I'm in my 8th year of doing that. And I thank Golden Link for the Society of Song and the opportunity to serve. And here's a song by Johnny Cash. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tide it binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day's through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as night is dark and there's light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness, I know, proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. You got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you I know I'd even try to turn the tide. Because you're mine, I walk a line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. The ends out for the tide it binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Thank you. Thanks. This song here it's a sing-around song. It's actually a song about a sing-around out of doors. And in fact, you might hear the owl in it. You can hear a little tune across the canyon, whistles of the days gone by. At night you can hear the coyote echo, hills that out there along the side. You can hear the cowboys singing sweet and melancholy tunes. It's the same thing that river keeps saying. And at night, by the light of the moon, gather good friends around the campfire, so free beneath the clear western skies. Tell us all about your true love, the one you can't leave behind. Sometimes you're tired of riding, sleeping on the cold high ground, but I'd never trade the range and the canyon for a job in some stuffy old town. Tonight I'll drink to my darling, may the days till I see her be few. So sing a little song for my baby, and maybe I'll sing one for you. Gather good friends around the campfire, so free beneath the clear western sky. Tell us all about your true love, the one you can't leave behind. Ooh, 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 ooh. Someday there'll be no more cowboys, sound of the old cattle call. Soon we'll go back to our loved ones, to those home fires awaiting us all. Gather good friends around the campfire, so free beneath the clear western skies. Tell us all about your true love, the one you can't leave behind. Tell us all about your true love, the one you can't leave behind. Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. I love it when you do that song. It's a great one. Both of those are great songs and great songs to sing along with, which we will be able to do one of these days.
Thanks, Janice.
So next up, we have Alan Hopkins, although he's going to be joined by a whole bunch of other people. And I'll make sure he's unmuted here before we switch over. It looks like he's getting that set up. Actually, while we have a little bit of a break, I will make a quick note about something we've got coming up. Just so mark your calendar, Peggy Seeger is doing a live concert next Thursday afternoon from England. And Golden Link is one of the affiliates on mandolin, and that's where the concert will be. So check the Golden Link website for information about that, so you can hear Peggy Seeger, because we don't get to hear her all that often. She lives in England now. So that'll be a nice one. All right, so switching over to Alan, and he's been joined by a whole bunch of other people.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have.
Special guests, I think, too.
Thank you, Janice. Here we are in Mitzie's living room with 6 of the
Behind.
presidents from the first decade of Golden Link. And it's pleasant and delightful. And so is this song. It was pleasant and delightful on a midsummer's morn, when the green fields and the meadows were all covered in corn, and the blackbirds and the thrushes sang from every green spray, and the larks they sang melodious at the dawning of the day, and the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious at the dawning of the day. A sailor and his true love were out walking one day. Said the sailor to his true love, I am bound far away. I'm bound for the East Indies, where the loud cannons roar. And I'm bound to leave my Nancy, she's the girl that I adore. And I'm bound to leave my Nancy, and I'm bound to leave my Nancy, and I'm bound to leave my Nancy, she's the girl that I adore. Then a ring from off her finger she instantly drew, saying, take this, dearest William, and my heart will go true. And as they stood embracing, tears from her eyes fell, saying, may I go along with you? Oh, know me, love, farewell. saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Oh, no, me love, farewell. Said the sailor to his true love, no longer can I stay, for our topsail is hoisted and the anchor's away, and our big ship lies waiting for the swift flowing tide. But if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. And if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, I will make you my bride.
Yay!
Thank you. Well, I timed my songs and I have only about a minute to talk, so I'll make it short as I sit here in my 50-year-old t-shirt with so many of my good friends that I've played music with for the last half century, the last 2/3 of my life. And it's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful that the club we started has lasted as well as it has. It's a tribute not only to the people who started it, but to the people who are managing it now. That it's remained vital, it's remained a very important part of the Rochester arts and music scene. It's known throughout the country and now all around the world through our meetings on Zoom. And I hope that 50 years from now, probably won't get us all together as we did then, but there will be another raft of Golden Link people who will be still singing these songs. And I'd like to dedicate this next song to Mitzie because she's a Texas gal. And all the years she's been in Rochester, she still sounds like she's from Texas. This is Bill Staines taught us this song too. It's called The Rivers of Texas. And you went to sing along out there, please. I can't hear you, but I know you'll be singing. Li-la-li, lee-la-lee, give me your hand. Well, we crossed the broad Pecos, we crossed the Nueces, we swam the Guadalupe and followed the Brazos. Red River runs rusty and the Wichita's clear. It was down by the Brazos I courted my dear. Li-la-li, give me your hand. Li-la-li, give me your hand. Li-la-li, give me your hand. There's many a river that waters the land. Now the fair Angelina runs glossy and gliding, and the crooked Colorado runs weaving and winding. The old San Antonio courses the plain, but I never will walk by the Brazos again. Li-la-li, give me your hand. Li-la-li, give me your hand. Li-la-li, give me your hand. There's many a river that waters the land. Oh, she kissed me, she hugged me, she called me her dandy, and the Trinity runs muddy and the Brazos quicksandy. I hugged her, I kissed her, I called her my own, but now by the Brazos she left me alone. Li-la-li, give me your hand. Li-la-li, give me your hand. Li-la-li, give me your hand. There's many a river that waters the hand. Oh, the girls of Little River, they're plump and they're pretty, and the sulphur and the sabine have many a beauty. Down by the niches, there's girls by the score, but I never will walk by the browsers no more. Lie, give me your hand. Lie, give me your hand. Lie, give me your hand. There's many a river that one more time. Lie, give me your hand. Lie, give me your hand. Lie, give me your hand. There's many a river that waters the land.
Thanks so much, Alan. It was great to hear all of you singing together and all the instruments, and what a wonderful selection of past presidents. Great to have you all joining us. Next, we're heading on to Bill Destler. Let me find you here on the screen. And I bet you're in a room full of banjos.
Oh, you could say that.
Oh, but you're playing a guitar.
I am, yeah. You know, I'm certainly not a founding member of Golden Link. I've only been a member for 14 years. It's hard for me to believe, actually. It's been that long, but it's really true. But I have been president of previous folk music societies, like the Folklore Society of Greater Washington in D.C., or the Baltimore Folk Music Society. So when I came up to Rochester in 2007, first thing I looked for was the local folk song club. And boy, was I lucky to discover Golden Link, because the traditions here and the quality of singing here is really, really first rate. So it's been a pleasure to take part in this wonderful, wonderful organization for these many years now. Now, actually, it did occur to me that there's never been a collection of humans, no matter how small, that has not somehow or other found a way to make music and dance. Sort of amazing. And to some extent, that's why I could find a Golden Link when I moved from Washington, D.C. up here to Rochester. So I'm going to sing you a song I wrote sort of about that. It's a very simple song. It has a nice chorus. It's called Throwing Music to the Wind. While wandering through this land, I came across a band throwing music to the wind, and listening as they played the tunes that they had made, I thought about the music of our land, and its play, sing, dance and beat the drum. Throw your music to the wind, and the longer we go on, the more we travel on. The music's with us everywhere we've been. And everywhere we go, the music seems to know our hopes and fears along the way. For times we cried out loud, the times we laughed alone. The music's with us everywhere we go. And it's play, sing, dance and beat the drum. Throw your music to the wind. The longer we go on, the more we travel on. The music's with us everywhere we've been. And all around the world, the matter where we land, music, song, and dance can be found. For people far and near all simply to hear the music of the people ringing round. And it's play, sing, dance and beat the drum. Throw your music to the wind. The longer we go on, the more we carry on. The music's with us everywhere we've been. Once more, and it's play, sing, dance and beat the drum. Throw your music to the wind. The longer we go on, the more we carry on. The music's with us everywhere we've been. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Bill.
It's a great song. It seems like it's throwing our music to the wind even more now in the days of the internet, where you're just turning your thing on and hoping it gets out there to everybody. Wonderful song and wonderful story about your involvement with Golden Link. We're going to move next to Patrick and Kathy Schwar, who are here joining us. There we go. What have you got for us?
Okay. Excuse me. Okay.
Hi, thanks, Janice.
Hi. We joined Golden Link shortly after we moved here in '87, but couldn't do a whole lot with it because of work and stuff until after I retired. And so I was hanging around the house, and Kathy showed me a newspaper article about the sing-arounds and said, you know, you should go to these.
So he did. Surprised me. He just picked up his guitar and went. And kind of changed my plans. I was going to have a nice quiet night on Tuesdays, but as it turned out, he talked me into going too.
And so for the first time in our married lives, we started singing together, and I guess that was about 6 years ago.
Right. And we're just so glad to be back with Golden Link after all those years, and wish we had been for all those years. We get to see so many of these wonderful people every week, so please consider coming.
Okay, so one of the concerts we attended early on was Utah Phillips, and this is one of his songs.
I look at these old letters and postcards from the places where we've been. From the towns you find on the railway line, dirty bedroom jails you've been in. And the whispers of the people in the town when you've been here and been here. I knew that all these things, mostly I remember loving you.
I look at my brown suitcase, think of all the places that I've been. Railroad yards and prison guards, all the dumpy little towns along the stem. And the whispering of the people as they watch every move that I go through. Oh, I remember all these things, mostly I remember loving you. I remember loving you, back when the world was new. And I think you love me too. I remember loving you.
All the buckskins smell very so well. You hold me in your arms while in the rain. The night you came from the westbound train, you were passing through and said you couldn't stay. Just an hour we shared, and you said you cared, and you'd come again the next time you passed through. Oh,
smell, so the people tell as we huddle in a boxcar from the rain. Flashing lights cut the night, railroad pole that pulled us off the train. When the winter's cold and the norther blows, and I'm huddled in a corner till I'm blue. Oh, I remember all these things, mostly I remember loving you. I remember loving you, back when the world was new, and I think you love me too. I remember loving you. Winter streets where the frozen sleet comes soaking through the cardboard in my shoes, where the promised land might be a place where a man can find free cigarettes and booze, and the alleyways full of ragged strays, doorway wine I tell my troubles to. Oh, I remember all these things, mostly I remember loving you. I remember loving you, back when the world was new, and I think you love me too. I remember loving you. I remember loving you, back when the world was new, and I think you love me too. I remember loving you.
Thanks so much, Patrick and Kathy, for that song and your stories about Golden Link. What a great evening. And I was going to mention, Kathy mentioned the sing-arounds, which I'll mention that again. We've got the Tuesday night sing-arounds. And if you want to find out what Golden Link's up to and keep on top of things, we have a monthly newsletter. And if you join as a member, you can get our newsletter and hear about what's going on with the club, and lots of stuff always going on. And I'll also do a reminder right now about the pin, the 50th anniversary pin. Don't forget to order yours if you would like one. They're limited edition, and information for that is on the website at www.goldenlink.org. To get that mentioned in there. Now we're going to go to one of our farthest flung participant tonight, because they're joining us from Kentucky. And let's welcome Joe and Sherri.
Yes, I've been flinging it for years. You know, I could talk all night about the Golden Link. I joined just about this time of year in 1973. I saw some of the performers from the Golden Link performing at the International Festival at the museum on East Avenue, and I started going to the meeting shortly after, and all those people sitting around Mitzie's living room were there, and they were all inspirations to me. And when Sherri and I started singing together, we sought out the Olyslagers to touch base on some music. And Karen just had a ball laughing at me because when I joined the Golden Link, I was Mr. Contemporary Song, Bob Dylan, and then here I was heading into the traditional songs, and she just thought that was great.
See, what would you do without me?
That's right. I remember my first meeting, I must have sung a Bob Dylan song because my second meeting, I started to put on a harmonica rack, and Gail Rakwa said, "Oh no, not another Dylan song." And well, anyway, that's a long story. Everything I am today musically, I really owe to the Golden Link. I had so much inspiration over the years and so much teaching, and even things like Sherri and I run our own Tuesday night sing-around down here in Somerset, Kentucky, modeled on the Golden Link. We're music directors at the local arts center, and it's all because of the Golden Link. And I can keep going on and on and on, but I won't. Although I did want to say that I was talking to John Stevens, who used to be very active in the Golden Link, and he asked me to pass on his congratulations on the 50 years. Well, we do a lot of songs that you could tie into the Golden Link, but I chose to do this song I wrote back in 1975. And one of the reasons I wrote it was because you couldn't sing a song at the Golden Link that everybody didn't already know. And so I thought, well, I better pick up my songwriting, and I wrote this song, and I was very surprised and happy that people liked it. And I eventually recorded it with a trio, and it's called Coming Home to Say Goodbye. And one of my favorite stories is about 4 years later, after the trio broke up, I was playing this at the Park Avenue Coffee House as a solo act, and some kid came up to me afterwards and said, "You know, you do that song better than the guy on the radio." Well, I took that as a compliment, I guess. So, congratulations to the Golden Link. Sherri and I met at the Golden Link.
My first night there. Compliments of Maria Gillard, actually. She told me, "You gotta go to the Golden Link, Tuesday night sing-around." So I did, and the first person I meet is him.
And you've never been the same.
I've never been the same.
No. All right, Coming Home to Say Goodbye. Well, first of all, I should tell you that over the years, it's been done various ways. Down here in Kentucky, we have a banjo player that plays with us, so we do a bluegrass version. 4 years ago, Dennis Doherty recorded it, kind of a country version. Ray Baumler, you fingerpicks it, sings it beautifully. I'll just do it the way I like to do it here as a solo, or well, with Sherri on harmony. I left Frisco yesterday. I had some good times with my friends. I never let on that I knew that you and I were at the end, 'cause I've learned too well to pretend. I'm coming home to see you one more time, 'cause you're the one who made me cry. I'm coming home to see you one more time. I'm coming home to say goodbye. The mountains and the coast are clear. I see the lights of Monterey. Oh, California, my old friend, let's not forget those early days, for I may never pass this way. I'm coming home to see you one more time, 'cause you're the one who made me cry. I'm coming home to see you one more time. I'm coming home to say goodbye. I'm prepared to face the pain of leaving when I love so true, but we're just strangers once again. and there ain't nothing we can do. So I'll just say goodbye to you. I'm coming home to see you one more time, 'cause you're the one that made me cry. I'm coming home to see you one more time. I'm coming home to say goodbye. I'm coming home to say goodbye. Thank you. And congratulations to the Golden Link. Well, we hope to see you as soon as you guys open up your meetings again.
Yeah, hopefully we can get to see you in person one of these days if you get back up this direction. I realized I didn't say your full names, Joe LaMay and Sherri Reese. If you want to check them out, I bet that music might be out there somewhere if you do a search on the internet. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd find it. Certainly there are plenty of versions of it. Thanks so much for that song. Next up, we've got Dave Shaver, who is going to join us here on screen. There we go. Hi, Dave.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure and an honor to be included in this group of people celebrating the 50th anniversary. I've had just a little background on me. Of course, I've been thinking about, my genesis into someone who enjoys folk music and find most of my friends are involved with folk music in one way or another. And back in the 60s, I was learning to play a few songs. I was wandering around Boston with some of my folky friends and heard this wonderful music coming from down in one of these little walk-in basement places somewhere around or off of Beacon Street, I guess. And it was Bill Staines playing an upside down guitar beautifully. And I just knew right then and there that this was going to be something that I got into more than just, absolutely casually. And, college and kids and the army and all kinds of things got in the way of me really pursuing music very much. But I'd got an opportunity to go to the Thomas Homestead Festival in 1983. And that was really when I started getting more involved with the things that were going on with Golden Link. And finally, I got up my nerve to show up at a sing-around because I had awful stage fright, knee-knocking stage fright. But the group at Golden Link was just so welcoming and accepting and supportive that, they helped to, ease my shaky nerves. And, it's a long, wonderful story since then, hundreds of concerts, well over 100 festivals here and there. Wonderful people who are my friends, and a continuation of doing the kind of music I love. And anybody that knows me knows I like to do songs by Bill Staines. And just been such a treat to see all these past presidents here. We're just teasing Bob White yesterday that he should do a medley of his one song. But just a real great group of people, and I'm just really proud to be part of it. So I'm going to play Sweet Wyoming Home, something a lot of you have heard me do any number of times. There's a silence on the prairie that a man can't help but feel. There's a shadow growing longer now, nipping at my heels. I know that soon that old 4-lane that runs beneath my wheels will take me home to my sweet Wyoming home. I headed down the road last summer with a few old friends of mine. They all hit the money, Lord, I didn't make a dime. The entrance fees, they took my dough. Traveling took my time, but I am headed home to my sweet Wyoming home. Watch the moon smiling in the sky and hum a tune, a prairie lullaby, peaceful winds, no coyotes cry a song of home, my sweet Wyoming home. The rounders, they all wish you luck when they know you're in a jam, but your money is riding on the bull, and he don't give a damn. There's a show in all of the cities, but cities turn your heart to clay. It takes all a man can muster, Lord, just to try and get away. The songs I'm used to hearing ain't the kind that jukebox plays, so I am headed home to my sweet Wyoming home. Watch the moon smiling in the sky and hum a tune, a prairie lullaby, peaceful winds, no coyotes cry a song of home, my sweet Wyoming home. Now, I've always loved the riding, there ain't nothing quite the same. And another year may bring the luck and the winning of the game. But there's a magpie on the fence rail and she's calling out my name, and she calls me home to my sweet Wyoming home. Watch the moon smiling in the sky and hum a tune, a prairie lullaby, peaceful winds, no coyotes cry a song of home, my sweet Wyoming home. It's a song of home, my sweet Wyoming home.
Thank you, Dave. I don't know about other people. I could listen to Dave's voice all day.
Well, thank you.
I agree. That was great. Thank you so much, Dave. Well, we're winding down our evening here, but we've got one more performer. And I'm going to go back over to Val Fowler to close out our song set here. There we go. Hey, Val.
I hope when you've seen this that you've had a taste of the variety of people, the difference of music. The two songs I've sung are songs that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't come to Golden Link. We moved here in 1990 from Texas, and my wife left the University of North Texas in Denton when we moved and was 1 credit short of a degree in finance and accounting. We laid off a year, and then the next year she went to Geneseo to, as it turns out, end up majoring in English. She took a course on folk music from Jim Kimball, who, I don't know if Jim's ever been a member of our group, but Jim has certainly been a supporter of Golden Link, and Jim Kimball required his class to visit and write on at least 3 public gatherings for music. And Carol, on the list that he provided was Golden Link, and there was a concert. I since later on found out that it was the very first concert that Golden Link offered at that time. It wasn't the first ever, but after a break, it was one of the first. And the performers were Alan Hopkins and his longtime singing partner Bonnie Abrams, and we very much enjoyed the evening. Alan told me a bit about Golden Link, but it was Bonnie who told me about the sing-around, and she said, "You have got to go to the sing-around." And so a couple of weeks later I did with my family, and I was nervous, but did the song. And this echoes something someone said earlier. One of the people that was just so nice and kind to me, I don't know if he had a sixth sense of how nervous I was, but because of him, I knew that I had a place. So I want to thank Joe LaMay for being a factor in my coming back, and I'm so glad that I did. I have, I believe, grown as a musician just by watching and learning and playing with people. I have been expanded, I have been inspired. I have seen miracles of human kindness, and it is not for me an overstatement of miracle, of the ways people have reached out in a sing-around to people in need. I have seen generosity, the like of which seems to be in short supply in this world right now, and much needed. I've seen people who will give hours of their time unsung in order to promote and extend the enjoyment and playing of folk music. Everyone who has performed tonight is a part of that. It would take us too long for me to say how each person has contributed. It struck me, though, tonight that I'm, other than Christina, I think I'm one of the youngest attendees of the club because I joined in 1993. But I am glad I did, and it has enriched my life. They say, you never know what you have until you lose it, but the other truth is you don't know what you're missing until you find it. And I have long wanted to find a place like Golden Link, which I never found, and I'm grateful that I did. As I was thinking about the song to close out, I knew the performer list, and I wanted to sing something by Tom Paxton. And I think this song, which I believe he debuted, or it was either he debuted it or it was the second time he sang it at a festival in the 1990s. He had just written it, and I was struck by the song and bought the album that had it on so I could learn it. I think this song expresses as well as I can how I feel about being a part of this group tonight, how I feel about Golden Link, and I think it expresses something of the history of folk singing, and I think it speaks not only to Golden Link, I think it speaks for Golden Link. When I find myself with a song to write, I remember candles in the night, lost in ragged harmony. Singing this land was made for you and me. Some of those voices are silent now and gone. I'm glad to see that you've been keeping on. It was always the music that pulled us through. Whenever I hear those songs, I think of you. So thank you for the honor of your company. The music was as sweet as a good red wine. Thanks for the company. Thanks for the harmony. I'm here to say the honor was all mine. Back when times were tough and the news was bad, faith and a couple of songs was all we had. Songs we rearranged and made our own. Songs it seemed we'd somehow always known. We've been together now for a long, long time. If ever I was a poet, you were the rhyme. It was always the music that kept us strong. If ever I was a singer, you were the song. So thank you for the honor of your company. The music was as sweet as a good red wine. Thanks for the company. Thanks for the harmony. I'm here to say the honor was all mine. Decade after decade, year by year, season after season, we're still here. And it does not take a crystal ball to know we're gonna go out singing when we go. A five-string banjo and a steel-string guitar are a couple of reasons why we've come so far. Singing as we always have and will, knowing the circle is unbroken still. So thank you for the honor of your company. The music was as sweet as a good red wine. Thanks for the company. Thanks for the harmony. I'm here to say the honor was all mine. I'm here to say the honor was all mine. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to those that are listening. Thank you for your gifts and contributions. And may music, really, when you hear the music play, may your heart never be broken and may your heart fly. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Val. What a wonderful evening. What a wonderful way to celebrate Golden Link's 50 years, and here's to many more. many more chances to make music together. I will also add a thanks to all of you who are watching, and thanks for all the participants, and add a special thanks to Dan Cookta and Betty Smits behind the scenes, who have been doing a lot to make this concert happen, technically and planning all of it. Really is a team effort for all that we do. I just happen to be the person that gets on screen or up on stage making announcements. So wonderful, wonderful way to celebrate this anniversary. We'll be continuing to do it all year long, and then stay tuned for what's coming up. Keep an eye on goldenlink.org or our Facebook page to find out what we've got coming in the future. So thanks once again to everybody for coming. I think we're set. I wish I could show you everybody on the screen, but that would not work on the technical side. So thank you all for joining us. Good night.